The YA novel, Song of a Blackbird, is a historical graphic novel following two intertwined storylines. Annick in 2011 Amsterdam, searching for a bone marrow donor for her grandmother, and Emma, a 1943 Dutch resistance member, risking her life to save Jewish children. The themes in this novel are resistance against oppression, the power of art, family secrets, and the lasting impact of the Holocaust. Throughout this novel, characters have to fake print ration coupons in order to feed the kids that they are hiding from the Nazis. Today, we're going to deep dive into the history behind ration coupons during World War II. How would you feel if what you ate depended on a coupon? What are ration coupons? In simple terminology, ration coupons are coupons that can be exchanged for a certain quantity of rationed goods. When and where were ration coupons used? If we look at the rationing timeline on the left-hand side, we can see that it all began in 1939 when World War II started. From there, in 1940s, all meats were rationed, and then tea and margarine followed. Early 1941s, we had jam and cheese, and then eggs and clothes. Mid-1942, we introduced rice, dried fruit, peas, and canned tomatoes. Late 1942, we had sweets, chocolates, and biscuits. 1943, sausages were then rationed. 1945, World War II ends, but rationing does not. The end of rationing does begin in 1948, starting with flour. By 1949, we've ended the clothes rationing. 1950 is the end of canned and dried fruit, chocolate, biscuits, jellies, and mincemeat. 1952, we have the end of tea rations. 1953, we have the end of rationing for sweet and sugar. And by 1954, all rations end. World War II put a heavy burden on U.S. supplies of basic materials like food, shoes, metal, paper, and rubber. The Army and Navy were growing, as was the nation's effort to aid its allies overseas. Civilians still needed these materials for consumer goods as well. To meet this surging demand, the federal government took steps to conserve crucial supplies, including establishing a rationing system that impacted virtually every family in the United States. Quote Song of a Blackbird. See that guy with the stake? He's a member of the Dutch Nazi Party. He's a rat who receives a reward for every Jew he turns in. Wait, people get cash for telling the SS where Jews are hiding? Last I heard, it's up to 32 guilders and 50 cents. That's what a human life is worth to them. That is how he can afford the stake. How did ration coupons impact daily lives? First, they impacted essential purchases. Items like gasoline, tires, shoes, and food, including sugar, coffee, and canned goods, were rationed to ensure resources were available for the war effort. Additionally, there was a point system. Food was largely managed via a point system where stamps had different point values based on availability and demand. In addition, there was scarcity and planning. Households had to carefully plan meals and purchases, often facing empty shelves even with the coupons. Of course, there were also lifestyle changes. People walked or rode bicycles due to tire and gasoline rationing. Cooking habits shifted, and people had to become more resourceful with available ingredients. There was also the addition of the black market. Some individuals and businesses turned to illegal, unauthorized, or black market methods to acquire more goods than their ration coupons allowed. And with all of this, of course, there were exchanges. People would exchange their hard-working time just for coupons and the chance to feed themselves. Here are the ration coupons. They're yours if you help us out in the print shop a few nights a week. Deal. Why aren't the presses running? Electricity is rationed. Eric scored to neighbor on the black market. Pretty sure you guys will be having potatoes and beans like everyone else. I bought the beef on the black market. Imagine you were facing the scenarios that these characters were in Song of a Blackbird. Imagine that you had to fake print ration coupons just to feed the children that you were hiding from the Nazis. Imagine the fear that would come from that. Imagine the demons constantly surrounding you. Imagine the challenges on your ethics, the challenges against your moral values, your principles, your honesties, your consciousness. You start to question the fairness of the ration coupons, and you feel the weight of their responsibility, as well as the struggle of hunger that never seems to quite go away. There were immense amounts of dangers associated with fake printing of ration coupons and hiding children. There was the danger of discovery and death, of trauma, of silence, secrecy, and starvation, a loss of identity, pretending to be who you are not for a long time, and of course, potential betrayal or abuse. The women in charge of the child care center approached me with a plan to smuggle children out through our college so they won't be deported. We need young women to bring the children to foster families. Only women? Women with young children are less conspicuous, but men can help too. It's very dangerous. If you get caught, you will be arrested. You might be sentenced to death. I will help. Me too. Sisters Ava and Lyanne Munzer. They were placed in hiding with a devout Catholic couple. In 1944, Ava and Lyanne were reported to the police as a result of a fight between their rescuers. The husband denounced his wife and the two Jewish girls. The three were immediately arrested and sent to the West Fork camp on February 8, 1944. 8- and 6-year-old Ava and Lyanne were deported to Auschwitz, where they were murdered. With rationing came malnutrition. Malnutrition refers to deficiencies, excesses, or imbalances in a person's intake of energy and/or nutrients. The shortcomings of rationing, losses of weight of children and adults, increase in the incidence of certain communicable diseases, changes in the prevalence and character of tuberculosis, the increase in both infant and general death rates. These prints are the only thing I still have from my childhood. Everything else was lost one dark Sunday when I was 4 years old. On that day, I was allowed to skip my nap to eat cabbage soup for lunch with the family. We didn't have much to eat back then. Without a doubt, ration coupons are equivalent to oppression. Like oppression, ration coupons are controlling, they demonstrate power, and they abuse privilege. Eric, what have they done to you? They march up with their gleaming guns, eager to frighten, to silence, to kill. All the birds fall quiet, the wind holds back, and the sun goes pale. The biggest fear of an oppressor is being treated as those that they oppress. Now that we've examined the deep and dark history behind ration coupons, I hope it allows you to reflect on the novel Song of a Blackbird and appreciate their presence in the novel. I hope it allows you to make a deeper connection with the work and empathize with the characters more.